Hello YouTube, Eugene here with a review on the Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger VS Keisatsu Sentai Patranger Kaitou Gattai DX Lupinkaiser. Yes friends, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Right here it says Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger VS Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. Right here it says VS Vehicle Series Kaitou Gattai DX Lupinkaiser. We got Lupinkaiser right here in English. This little icon does indicate we do have sounds with this mecha here. Right here, we got a nice shot of the mecha himself and the three Lupinrangers. Right here, this little icon does indicate we do get a Super Sentai Data Cardus inside. Here's the top of the box. Here's the bottom of the box. Here's the side of the box, pretty much giving us the stats of the doll fighters. Here's the other side of the box, which is showing us the attack modes of all the doll fighters. And on the back of the box, pretty much show you everything we'll be seeing in this review. So let's go ahead, friends, and get to it. So here are the three doll fighters, and we'll go ahead and start off by taking a look at the red doll fighter. And of course, friends, the red doll fighter is Lupinranger Mecha, and I already showed off the red doll fighter in the VS Changer review, but there is no difference between the two. And so here we are right here. Here's the one that comes with the VS Changer. As you can see, I left myself a little note here in case I get the two confused because they are identical. I mean, you can pretty much tell they are identical. And of course, like I said, between the two, the rails are the same, so the sounds are the same from what we've heard in the VS Changer review. And the red doll fighter, this one right here, that comes with the VS Changer, pretty much has the numbers 005 and 2411719. And then this one here, the red doll fighter that comes with the Lupinkaiser set, has 005 also, but different numbers on the top, which are 2411801. And so you can see, taking a look at the two, you can see the rails are the same. I mean, pretty much these two red doll fighters are identical. So next, here is the blue doll fighter, and the blue doll fighter is Lupin Blue's Mecha, which is a traditional propeller-based plane that has a Gatling gun to the back of it. And friends, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that's very, very cool. This plane looks really, really good, despite one flaw, but I'll get to that flaw in a little bit. But as you can see, it's pretty much got blue all around. You all know I'm a big blue fanatic here, but I dig it, you know. And then right here got the silver propeller right here that does spin. And then there is the cockpit, which is in a nice lime green there. And then right there got some gold accent right there for the arrow to show you what number you're at when it comes to the dial here. And speaking of the dial here, I'm going to go ahead and get to this. But anyway, the dial's in silver, friends. And I feel it's too plain. I kind of wish it had like a little bit of a blue ring around it, kind of like the red doll fighter does, or just something that you know, the accent colors that's on this mecha pretty much. But anyway, and pretty much what I'm talking about is here is the red doll fighter, and you can see the red doll fighter has that red ring around it, and it's in black. This one here is just plain and doesn't have any ring, so I kind of wish it did have like either blue or an orange, one of the two. But anyway, there's the orange accent on the wing there. Got the Lupinranger emblem there. And then here is the bottom. There are the rails, which has 006 and 2411802 stamped there. Really nice there. So now we'll go ahead and show off the attack mode. And so I spin the dial there, and this lowers down a little bit. And so we'll take it like this and inch it up like this, and we'll inch up the gauntlet like this. So this is the blue doll fighter's attack mode, and I think that's really, really cool, just having that tail part bend down where, you know, you can have that gauntlet firing directly at the enemy. I think that's really, really cool. And so right here on the back there is the connecting port for the mecha. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just show you what he looks like in the arm mode. So he is the arm mode to Lupinkaiser. So we inch down the wings here. And so pretty much here we just turn it here, and there you go. Now the one thing I do like about this, and this is really, really cool, is pretty much we got arm swivels. And the swivels are pretty cool, and we get a one section elbow joint, which is one thing I noticed we don't get in a Sentai Mecha, and mainly the arm standard, and I truly, truly appreciate that. So let's go ahead and revert him back real quickly. And there you go. So here is the Yellow Dial Fighter, and the Yellow Dial Fighter is Lupin Yellow's mecha, which is a Vito style plane or copter or gyroplane copter, but however you want to refer to as. But these here, friends, do not rotate like a Vito actually would. Pretty much they just close in mainly for the formation of Lupinkaisen. That's all they do, and you can have them inch up a bit like this. But anyway, well, pretty much got yellow all around this mecha here, and the cockpit, of course, has that helicopter look. That's in a nice metallic red here with the black lining. You can see the black lining in the front of the cockpit here, and then right here, really nice. I mean, I do like the Yellow Dial Fighter, but there is one flaw to it, and I'll get to it in a little bit. As you can see, we got the nice orange accent here and here, which is a nice touch. And on the back of here, you can see pretty much got a circle saw or a rotary saw. But the saw mimics a back propeller, which is on some planes. But anyway, and there is the Lupinranger emblem there. Really nice there. On the bottom, there is the rail system, which has 007 and 2411803 stamped there. Really nice there. And again, friends, I'm going to talk about this, but this is the flaw I want to talk about, is this, the dial. The dial I am not a fan of. I mean, I feel it's too plain to me. I wish there was a yellow ring, or the dial would be in black, or any accent color. But anyway, right here you can see it's got the red, yellow arrow there. So don't get me wrong, I do like the Yellow Dial Fighter. It's just this one part right here. I can pretty much look past on it. But anyway, well, and like I said, I still think it's pretty cool of a mecha here. I really do. So let's go ahead and turn the dial here and pretty much do the attack mode. So as you can see, you lower it down, pretty much similar to how you did with the Blue Dial Fighter. So let's go ahead and just click it in here and inch up the rotary saw like this. And this is pretty much the Yellow Dial Fighter's attack mode, which I think is really cool. You can be doing some slicing and dicing here. So, but anyway, so I'm going to go ahead now and change into the arm mode. So pretty much the Yellow Dial Fighter is the arm to Lupinkaisen. So let's close it in like this and have it facing this way and rotate like this. And of course, I'm very, very thankful that we do have this one section elbow joint like the Blue Dial Fighter. And I can't forget the connecting port to the mecha. But, you know, all around nice with the articulation here and the swivels here. That's one thing I'm very, very thankful for. So let's go ahead and revert it back to the Dial Fighter mode. And there you go. Now let's hear the sounds of the Blue Dial Fighter in the VS Changer. So here we go. Blue! Alright, let's crank it up. Alright, let's do it. So let's go ahead and do it. Gotta love that. So now let's go ahead and do the summoning. So here we go. That air horn never gets old. So anyway. Now let's go ahead and do the Yellow Dial Fighter in the VS Changer. So here we go. Yellow! Yellow! Let's do it. Alright, let's do it. Now the summoning. That gets me laughing all the time. So here he is, friends, Good Striker. And Good Striker is the main body for both Lupinkaiser and Patranger. So in this Sentai, our two teams are sharing this robot to be the body of their respective mecha. And friends, I totally dig that. I mean, this is a start for Super Sentai history. And so anyway, but to the Lupinrangers, Good Striker is known as Goody. So Good Striker has two modes, the Dial Fighter mode and the Trigger Machine mode, going along with the two teams' mecha. So as you can see right now, he is in his Trigger Machine mode, and you will see that this mode again in the Patranger review. So let's go ahead and put him in his Dial Fighter mode. So we'll go ahead and flip down the nose cone. And right here, I'll give you a top view here, but these open up to become the wings. And that's pretty much it. And I totally dig the Dial Fighter mode of Good Striker. So taking a look at Good Striker, and he pretty much got black all right here. And he's got some gray here for mainly where the sounds are at, pretty much. And anyway, he looks good in a sense here, but I'm going to go ahead and raise up the nose cone here, and we're going to go ahead and check out the nice barrels. Really nice in detail there, really nice. And you can see he's got some nice metallic blue for the headlights there, and there as well. But as you can see, friends, he has a slightly evil face, huh? And then you got some nice orange here and here. And then right here, this cockpit here is in a nice metallic blue here. This is a button, and I will show that to you later on when I'm doing the formation of Lupinkaisen. But anyway, got some nice well details with the white here and the silver here, which is really nice here. Nice touch here. And you can see right here at the end here, you can see he has a dial and a trigger. And pretty much the dial is for the Lupinranger, and the trigger is for the Patrangers, which makes sense in a way, right, friends? And then right here, there is your battery compartment, which takes the LR44 batteries, and there is no on and off switch, which is why we have a white tab there. And then here is your speaker for the sounds right here on the side of the trigger here. And on the wings, pretty much, got the nice red on the wings on both of them, pretty much here and here. But right here, you can see got the nice Lupinranger emblem there, because this is the mode for the Lupinrangers. On the bottom of a Good Striker, he's got some nice silver here, some nice red here, and a little bit more black here, and some red here. And friends, he does have a rail system here. And so meaning he does have functions for the VS changer. And of course, he's got numbers 004 and 2411800 stamped there for the numbers there. Now to the rails. I'm going to talk about this. You can see there are two right here that are down. And this was very, very clever of them to do this. But these two rails are how the sounds work in the VS changer, mainly for the Lupinranger mode and Patranger mode. And so these rails go up and down. So, and how they do that is pretty much, like I said, very clever here. But right here is a button. That's how the rails go up and down. And so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over, and I'm gonna close in that wing, and you can push the button either way. But this is what happens when you close in the wing. We're in Lupin mode right now, so let's go to Pat mode. So you saw those rails went up. Let's do it again. And it went down. So that's Lupin, Pat, Lupin, Pat, and back to Lupin. And so, like I said, that was very, very clever of them. And of course, pushing that button right here will pretty much affect the rails. So, like I said, the two rails down is for the Lupinrangers, and the two rails up is for the Patrangers. So, again, Lupinrangers down and Patrangers up. So, very clever of them. Very clever. Now let's go ahead, friends, and do the sounds on Good Striker in his dial fighter mode. And that's pretty much cranking the dial here. So let's do it. Okay. Okay, now there are 5 phrases he says, and pretty much the last 2 are randomized, meaning you'll get 1 phrase the first round, and you might get the last sound, the last phrase, probably the next round. It just depends on things. It's kind of tricky, but let's continue on. And so there you go. That was the last phrase there. And so I was pretty much, like I said, it's pretty tricky, but I kind of lucked out in this review here. So that's pretty much the sounds here for the dial fighter mode. Now let's go ahead and hear the sounds off of Good Striker in the VS Changer. So here we go.
Good Striker.
All right, let's go ahead and crank the dial.
3, 2, 1.
Love that standing by sound. So let's flip it up.
Action.
And let's hit the trigger.
Strike.
Cool, lots of explosions, friends. So let's see what happens when you just hit the trigger. Long firing noises and explosions. Let's do it one more time. All right, let's go ahead and do the summoning. So here we go. All right.
Get set. Ready.
All right, here we go.
Go.
Good. I love that. Nice. Alright friends, now let's go ahead and prep Good Striker for his transformation with Lupinkaisen. And it's very, very easy, and it's pretty much the same formation for Patranger as well. But in this review, we're only going to focus on Lupinkaisen. So now let's go ahead and close in the nose cone. And then close in the 2 wings here. Then we'll go ahead and split the legs. And then you got a locking mechanism right here. The button is the cockpit, and as I mentioned before, but when you push the button here, the leg will extend downward, and to go into the vehicle mode, just push the button down to come back up, and it locks into place. Fair and simple. So let's go ahead and just continue on. We'll extend the legs out, and so next we'll go ahead and I'm going to raise up the camera now. This piece here goes down, making it look like a backpack for the mecha. And then these knee panels will go down. And that's mainly required for Lupinkaisen only. Spoiler alert, but anyway. And then right here, there is the combiner peg. So bring that up. And so now let's go ahead and bring in the other dial fighters to complete this transformation. So here is yellow dial fighter, already been prepped up. So here we go. And I prepped them up early on in this review, or showed you how to prep them up early on in this review. Here's blue dial fighter, put them right here. And the red dial fighter. As you can see, there is the peg hole, so it clips into the peg right here. And so anyway, there you have it, friends. So here he is, friends, Lupinkaisen. And Lupinkaiser made his debut in episode 2 of Lupinranger VS Patranger. And I have to say, he looks really, really good. I do dig that design that he has and everything. And still very thankful we get swivels in the arms. I really am. And of course, the one thing I noticed too, we do have a fist with the gantlet part right there, the gantlet gun right there. But I do like how they gave him a rotary saw and a gantlet gun. I really like that. Really nice. But he looks really, really good. That red really brings the mecha out. You know, talking about the red here and here and here. There is no articulation in these legs, pretty much. But of course, you get a lot of articulation in the arms here, which is really nice here. You know, and the swivels. Still thankful for that. And then here's the back. You can see that there's the backpack. It's not really completely sticking out. I mean, it still looks good from this angle here. And then here's the back part of the legs. So it looks all around good here. So now that we are Lupinkaiser, now we have one more function here. And of course, earlier I mentioned this, that when it comes to the dial and everything in Good Striker, it gets a little tricky here. But, and pretty much this one here for the name of the mecha. So let's go ahead and just crank it here. So now that we got that fixed up there, now let's go ahead and hold the trigger.
Kaitou Gattai Lupinkaiser.
Yeah, Lupinkaisers. So, in other words, what he's saying is Kaitou Gattai time, Lupinkaiser. Now, here's a function, and it's another saying here that Good Striker says. It's a function leaving the electronic functions alone for 60 seconds to say. So let's go ahead and hold it. Before I conclude this review, friends, I want to go ahead and show you this. But this comes with the Lupinkaisers set and the Patranger set as well. But I'm going to go ahead and just show this to you in this review. And so you won't be seeing it in the Patranger reviews. So anyway, here is the Super Sentai Data Cardis. And it's a nice, you can see it's got Pat Red Ichigo and Lupin Red. And of course, Lupinkaiser and Patranger on this card here. And then on the back here. So like I said, I will not be showing this in the Patranger review. Figure I'll let you know on that. Well, friends, my final thoughts on Lupinkaiser. Well, I pretty much gave you all my input all during this review on how I feel about this guy. But I'm very, very thankful to have him in my collection. And friends, he will be back in the next review when I'm doing Patranger's review. So you're not missing anything here. So anyway, but I'm really, really like the sounds that the Dial Fighters and Good Striker have coming off of the VS Changer. I really dig that. I really dig the designs and everything of each Dial Fighter and so on. So, in a way, friends, I do highly recommend Lupinkaiser, but let me warn you, there are ridiculous ways you can get this guy. You can either get this guy the way I have him, or you can get the Dial Fighters individually and Good Striker individually and do it that way. It's totally up to you. But, all I can say, if you are Team Lupinranger, then go ahead and pick this guy up. And so, anyway, like I said again, friends, this guy will be back. And so, friends, please check out my blog, follow me on Twitter, and to like my Facebook. And make sure, friends, you hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. And so, friends, that is it for this review. And so, this is the review on the Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger VS Keisatsu Sentai Patranger Kaitou Gattai DX Lupinkaiser. I hope you enjoy. Well, my friends, I'm Eugene, and I'm signing out. And my friends, almost assuredly, see you next time. Bye, my friends.